A few videos ago, we built and installed all the kitchen cabinet carcasses, but when I installed them, I discovered I'd made this error with the size of the leveling feet and the toe kicks. In short, I had to have Rayhow remake the toe kicks 1 inch taller and a bunch of the cabinet doors 1 inch shorter. So while Rayhow was remaking the cabinet doors and drawer fronts, we moved on and installed the concrete countertops and that really cool butcher block countertop. Now it's time to get back to the kitchen cabinets and finish them off, install all the drawers and door fronts. And I used some really cool hardware to add some nice custom features to the cabinets that I think you guys will dig. So let's head back a few weeks to get into all that. Guys, the doors arrived. This is like the final piece of the puzzle to make this all come together and hopefully look as good as it looks in my mind. Before I install all the doors and the end panels, I want to show you one change I made to the island design that some of you might have already noticed. Under here, there were 2 cabinets before. I kicked those out. I think I've got plenty of storage here. This 60-inch section here will now double as a breakfast bar or hangout, whatever. I just think it's really nice to have a little bar area with some stools right in the kitchen. This was Kat's idea. She's like, why don't we have a bar? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, we need a bar.
I want my stools at the island.
Island.
What? The island boy look doesn't, no? Okay.
I said I like islands.
And of course, we're not gonna leave these maple backs of the cabinets exposed in the bar. So I had Rayhow cut a panel for me that'll match the cabinet doors and drawer fronts. And for a lot of these panels like this one, I had to make them a bit oversized so that I could cut them to the right size and exactly fit here. So part of getting the really custom kitchen look where everything just kind of fits perfectly and looks seamless is cutting a bunch of filler and cover panels to fill in all the little gaps between cabinets. One of those spots is in the corner between these 2 cabinets. I gotta cut 2 little strips that'll fill in that corner, and then I gotta finagle a way to attach them. I'm gonna use a combination of construction adhesive and screws coming from the insides of the cabinets to hold those in place. Now it's time to install all the drawer fronts. And for those of you who are wondering why you don't install drawer fronts with the drawers before you install the drawers here, if the drawers themselves are in there a little bit crooked, you could basically move these around wherever you want them to get everything perfectly level. And then of course the Bloom undermount hardware that I'm using allows you to adjust the drawers up and down and side to side so you can fine tune the adjustment, but it's a lot easier to fine tune if you get pretty close from the get-go, and that's why you install the drawer fronts after you've installed the drawers. To make the drawer front installation go super easy, ROCKLER has hooked it up with these drawer front clamps. You put the clamps on first. And these clamps will hold the drawer front in place with it closed so you can get it aligned just how you want it. And once you got it held exactly where you want it, you can open the drawer back up and use screws to attach from the inside. While I'm installing this drawer pull, I gotta point out a little non-sponsored tool that I found irreplaceable while I was installing all the cabinet hardware, and that is this little Vicks bit. It's a drill bit with a retracting sheath around it. The sheath aligns the bit perfectly in the middle of the holes in your hardware so that your pilot holes are perfectly centered. And then when you screw the hardware in, it doesn't pull it out of alignment like it can if this pilot hole isn't perfectly centered. So you saw about half the drawers in time lapse there. That took a long time, just getting everything lined up, all the spacing even, the depths right. It was about 2 full days of just installing the drawer fronts. But we're done and we are on to the doors. And of course we gotta use the soft close hinges because you gotta have the soft close, come on now. Fortunately, installing the hinges is gonna be pretty simple. ROCKLER hooked it up with this sweet hinge drilling system. You just mark the location of your hinge on the cabinet, transfer that line to the door, then you just slide this hinge drilling system right onto the doors, line it up with the marks in your doors, and use the drill guide that comes with the system to drill perfect holes for mounting the hinges to the doors. The other nice thing about this jig is this stop here. If you're doing a bunch of doors that are all identical, you put the stop here and you can just slide them in one after another and just batch them out. Then you line the cabinet side jig up with the lines in the cabinet, drill 2 holes there, and can screw everything in. Easy peasy, you're done. You know, when you're working long hours, you make mistakes, and yeah, I just made a mistake. I think I put the doors that are supposed to go in that cabinet and drilled them for that cabinet because they don't close. It's too big. Yeah. Those were supposed to be rotated that way and go over there above the oven. And the ones I had above the oven, which looked like just about the right size to go up there, were actually supposed to go over there. Like I looked at it and I just didn't even think because it looked to my eyeball like it was half the width. Just a little bit off. Fast forward about 45 minutes. I think we got it sorted out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to live with these in the top of the inside of those drawers. So, you know, you don't see them unless you open the door, but maybe down the road, perfectionism will get the best of me and I will remake these. But for now, we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna live with it for at least the time being. Before we go further, a quick message from this video's amazing sponsor, NordVPN. I've been working with NordVPN for over 2 years now. In my view, having a VPN to protect your online privacy has basically become a necessity of modern life. And of course, there are some fun aspects to NordVPN. With it, you can virtually be at any location in the world from your own home. This allows you to access streaming content from services that you already subscribe to that may not be available in your home country. And with folks starting to travel more, well, sometimes you want the opposite. You're in a foreign country, but you want your computer to virtually be in your home country so your computer behaves exactly as it would at home. NordVPN has you covered here too. I also love NordVPN's simple and easy to use mobile app that allows me to protect my online privacy on my phone. Another bonus, Nord recently released a NordPass application that lets me safely and securely store all my passwords in one location. I've personally found NordPass super handy to avoid that endless cycle where you forget your password, have to change it, then forget it again because you had to change it, and so on and so on. It's so annoying, but it is a thing of the past for me with NordPass. Right now, Nord has some amazing deals for my subscribers, and these deals are gonna vary depending on which country you're located in. So you'll have to head to nordvpn.com/Mundustrial or check out the link in the description below to find out what the deal is for your specific country. I think you'll find it worth your time, so yeah, just go ahead, click it, check it out. Thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video and supporting this community. And now, back to the video. Next up, it's time to install the pantries on either side of the fridge here. I was originally planning to build the pantry shelves and pull out structure all myself, but the kitchen is kind of dragged on way longer than I expected, and I'm just ready to be done and actually use the space. So I decided that I'd saved enough money elsewhere building everything else myself. I would splurge a little bit on some Renovation built-in pantry systems. We just screw those right into the pantries, then screw the door to the front of them. I'll get it done, both of them, in about a day, instead of taking 3 or 4 days to build it myself. These handy little templates that came with it. So hopefully we'll trust in these and the holes will be in the right spot. We got Cat helping out today. last turns on drawer slides, always do it with a manual screwdriver because you do not want to rip the holes out at the one location that they're supposed to go. What's the foreman think? Are we doing a good job?
That's a no.
No?
Did you see him shake his head no?
Yeah, I don't know. What do we need to do better? Well, it's working. I think I've lost weight. I'll bet. Totally got that on film. Didn't mean to. We actually got one of the pantries installed. Kat's here today. Help me out. We're going to install the second pantry. Dual pantries right where we had the entrance to the dual facing toilets before. I will take that trade any day. What do you think?
Yes.
Enthusiasm. This thing has the top slide, some little pegs that hold it in place in the center, and a big beefy slide in the middle. Oh, yeah. It'll hold like 300 pounds, I think, 260. And that makes me happy because I'm gonna put a lot of food in there. Okay. All right, so now we gotta figure out how to attach the doors. And it says overlay plus 2 1/4 inches and then 20 7/8 inches the next hole and then 25 and 30. Yeah, okay. I think we have a better idea than doing a whole bunch of math. She's gonna get inside the cabinet and mark it. You okay? You claustrophobic?
We're gonna find out.
Okay. This is like a trust test. All right, you ready?
I want your phone light as collateral.
Okay, so you can realize how stuck in there you are.
No, well, you'll have to open it to get your phone back. You're not gonna leave me in there forever.
All right, here you go. And for my next trick, folks, we're gonna replace cat with a rabbit.
Ready?
Are you done?
I'm so scared.
What? Should we let her out, folks? Don't. There we go. The things you do to avoid doing math.
I see dead people.
So now we got the top 2 screws in place, exactly where they're supposed to be against where Kat lovingly marked them. We can hang it on here, and then basically once it's hung on there, then we can screw in the rest. Am I in?
Nope. Yes. Good? Yeah.
Now it's time for the toe kicks. And this is the reason we went with that leveling leg system where I made the big mistake of not reading the specs close enough, but that is all in the past. This system makes installing the toe kicks super easy. It's got like a mini French cleat that you screw onto the back of the toe kick. Then you slide these clips onto those cleats on the back of the toe kick. And those clips just clip right onto the leveling legs. And you've got about a 1/2 inch of adjustment in either direction. So it is really, really foolproof. Just click them right onto the feet here. Boom. Boom. Very easy. And now the toe kicks are in. Bruce, somebody's ready for the project to be done. Oh, buddy. Yes, are you excited for the kitchen? I'm excited. Oh, yes. Look at that. Seeing his face just makes it all worthwhile. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really care where he is as long as he's getting his armpit scratched.
I'm getting uncomfortable watching this now. Alright guys, weird.
Thank you. So I installed a couple more cool features off camera because we just had to get this thing done. Right here we got the pull-out trash containers, which I love having those just hidden and right next to the sink. And then you have this odd corner, which I wasn't sure what I was going to do with, and obviously I had to figure it out. So I installed a cabinet, and then I custom fit paneling all the way to the wall, so you get the seamless wall-to-wall look, totally custom built in, looks super sleek. The top, I just have a simple cabinet. I'll probably put it in a shelf. Actually easier to access big stuff here than I thought, so not totally wasting that space. Down here, I got this cool lift up hardware. And then, yeah, we still have one thing we're missing, drawer slides. This is gonna be a pull-out appliance tray for like coffee makers and stuff. So I can make my coffee right here and slide it back in. We got the electrical wiring so we can hide all the power inside the cabinet. When we're done, pop it down. I'll show that off a little bit more in the full kitchen reveal video. So about that kitchen reveal, I'm fully using the kitchen, but I haven't yet taken the plastic off. That's because I just want to wait until everything, including those last hardware pieces, are in. And I've also had a little bit of a personal setback. It's a little bit more of a serious note. I had to have some emergency surgery. I will go into that more in a future video, but long and short of it, I've got a few weeks where I can't really do any work, doctor's orders. I hope you guys out there are staying safe. Love and appreciate you for being here. If you haven't subbed and belled already, please do that. Hit the notification button too, so that YouTube doesn't forget to let you know when the videos go live. That's it for this time, and I will see you guys next time.